Hi friends, welcome to our channel. So in this video we are going to look at communicative competence. Okay, so this is a part of ELT. So what is communicative competency? Let's try to understand in this video briefly. So many of us do not know what is communicative competence. People generally say that these people do not have a communicative competence, but let's see what is it actually. So I am going to give a brief introduction about this communicative competence in this video. Let's look at what does it mean. So communicative competence means ability to do things with language. Okay, so you have language, but are you able to do things with that language? That means, are you able to use it in real sense when it is required? Okay, let's try to understand. So communicative competence means ability to do things with language. We call a person good in communication when he has good hold over the language, like grammar, vocabulary, flow, that is fluency, etc. He can talk according to the situation. Okay, so he can talk freely with different kinds of people in the society. Okay, there are three things. Firstly, he has good grip over the language, like he knows grammar, he knows vocabulary, and he know how to use it fluently in writing and speaking, etc., reading. And the second one is he can talk, that means he can use language according to the situational dialogues. For example, he booking a ticket, or talking to a co-passenger, or talking to a neighbor, etc. And he can talk freely with the different kinds of people. So there are different sets of people in the society, different ages, and how do you speak to them, so formally or informally, in a different context. Okay, so in these conditions, are you able to use the language effectively? So then you have communicative competence. Let's go into the details of this. We try to define what is communicative competence, and here if you go into the details of this communicative competence, there are two things we need to understand. Firstly, arrangement level, and second one is practical level. So under arrangement level, so you can see on the screen grammatical competence and discourse competence. At the same time, under practical level, there are two things: sociolinguistic and strategic. Sociolinguistic competence and strategic competence. Okay, so we'll see what is this arrangement level competence. This is also known as linguistic competence. Okay, this arrangement level competence is also known as, or called, is also called linguistic competence. So under this linguistic competence, as I told you, there are two things: so grammatical competence and discourse competence. So let's see grammatical competence. What does it mean? Knowledge of grammar. Grammatical competence means, so you have knowledge of grammar. So you know grammar, so you are able to use sentence structures effectively, and subject verb agreement, tenses and prepositions, articles, etc. Okay, and the second one is, so you have good hold over idioms and vocabulary. So that means you have a good vocabulary, like you can use synonyms, you can use antonyms, root words and abbreviations whenever required. And thirdly, pronunciation of the words. This pronunciation of the words is also important. Why? For example, see, you don't know how to pronounce some words. Let's look at the example given here on the screen. See, boss said, wind up the project in a week. Wind up the project in a week. So, how did the secretary write? Wind up, wind up the project in a week. So, it has no meaning. Okay. So, she didn't understand this wind, and she has taken wine and added ed past tense marker, and she has written like this. So, wind up. So, there will be mispronunciations and misunderstandings because of pronunciation. And so, you must master pronunciation, you must master grammar and everything. Okay, pronunciation of the words also you must know. Next one, discourse competence. What does it mean, discourse competence? The word may be a new one. Let's try to understand. This means arranging. Let's see. So, this means arranging phrases and sentences in the logical order. Okay. So, when you write something, especially it is related to writing, discourse competence is related to writing. So, people speak in these days, but writing is a bit difficult for many students, especially in Indian context. So, cohesion and coherence. So, there are two things required for a discourse competence. What does cohesion means? Let's see. Cohesion means it is about using comma, semicolon, full stop, and word and but, etc. to express meaning in a sentence. So, for example, see, let's look at this example. US, Germany, France voted in favor, China against. Okay. So, this is actually somebody wrote like this, but the meaning is actually, let's see, US and Germany and France, see here using and, US, Germany and France voted in favor, but China against. Okay. So, here these two sentences are actually giving opposite meanings. Okay. So, we have to know how to use these cohesive devices carefully. And the next one is coherence. What does it mean? Coherence means it means maintaining logical order among the sentences, and you can use logical order by using first, second, then next, finally, etc. So, these words, especially conjunctions and these words will help you, cohesive devices will help you to have a coherence in your sentences. Okay. The next one, practical competency. Under practical competence, there are two things, sociolinguistic and strategic. Let's see what is sociolinguistics. Let's see what does it mean. Sociolinguistics means, it simply means ability to speak with many different kinds of people. So, how to use this language in the society. How to use the language. For example, talking to your family members will be different from talking to your boss. You will arrange your style from you will change your style from familiar to formal to informal, and you will talk to children in a different way than in an adult person, or word selection, tone, style changes with our audience, right? Formal style means avoiding slangs like wanna, gonna, gochna, and contractions like won't, died. Voice should be measured, neither too high or too low. Pace you must use medium. Okay, so you know how to use language in the society. That is a socio-linguistic competence. Okay, let's see the next one, strategic competency. So what does it mean? It's every day you have problems with in using language, and you must know how to use this strategic competence. This means ability to build bridges when there is communication breakdown. Okay, so whenever there is a gap among the people, and you know how to use and make people become friends again, and used during negotiations, persuasions, crisis management, and counseling. Okay, so language is a great tool to build relation with people. So you don't know how to use language, and you can make your life and mar your life. And the next point here, strategic communicator will paraphrase. See, so strategic communicator will paraphrase statements, try to clear meanings, show big picture, resolve misunderstanding between parties. So you must know how to use strategically the language, and you must sometimes must be a diplomat in the society and at workplace. So you must know how to use language strategically. So before I conclude it, successful communication needs theoretical knowledge of language usage, so as well as practical knowledge of applying language in real life. So grammatical and discourse competence come under theoretical knowledge. Strategic and socio-linguistic competence come under applied part of language. So remember these points, guys. So in this video we discussed what is communicative competence. Okay, thank you guys, thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to our channel, please like it, share it. Thank you.